Hello and welcome to this special broadcast. I'm Parikshit Luthra. The Lok Sabha elections are just days away and News 18 has conducted Pan-India opinion poll. We will bring you details of the poll over the next 2 days. But first up, here is the methodology we have adopted. More than 118,000 people were surveyed across 518 Lok Sabha constituencies across 21 states. Essentially, the poll has covered 95% of the Lok Sabha constituencies in the country. Now let's look at the projection in some of the key states, starting with Punjab. Numbers coming in. Punjab vote share projection for the Lok Sabha. 13 seats in Punjab. We are expecting the NDA to have a vote share of 13%, 38% for the Congress party, 15% for Aam Aadmi Party, and 22% for Shiromani Akali Dal. So how does this really translate into seats in Punjab? Well, it is 3 seats for the NDA. We're looking at about 7 seats for the Congress, 2 for the Aam Aadmi Party, 2 for the Shiromani Akali Dal and 1 for the Aam Aadmi Party. Let's look at Delhi's vote share projection at this juncture. Remember, Delhi has 7 seats. We're looking at a 58% vote share for the BJP in Delhi. We're looking at 39% for the India Alliance and 3% for others. If we look at the seat projection for Delhi across 7 seats, we're looking at a clean sweep for the NDA. Let's look at the opinion poll for the state of Himachal Pradesh. Now, if you look at the 4 seats there, 67% of the vote share is expected to go to the NDA, 27% to the India Alliance, and 6% to others. Let's look at how the seats could be distributed across 4 Lok Sabha seats. Well, it's going to be a clean sweep according to the survey for the NDA and none for the India Alliance or other parties. Let's now go across to our guests. We are joined by Tuhin Sinha of the BJP. We are joined by Mahima Singh of the Congress Party. We're joined by Nevan Sharma, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. We're also joined by senior journalist Rashid Kidwai and senior journalist Pankaj Sharma, who is also the former media advisor to Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin with Rashid Kidwai. Rashid Kidwai, looking at the survey numbers and some of the changes that the BJP has made in the seats, in the list that have been announced over the last few days, how do you think the BJP is poised and how they are strategizing to improve their tally over 2019?
Thank you, Prakshit. I think it's a very determined bid on the part of BJP to retain and maximize their gains. Look at Delhi. I think they have changed, 6 sitting MPs. There is no plausible explanation other than the fact that Aam Aadmi Party and Congress alliance is there, so BJP doesn't want to take a chance. But it's a very good strategy. I am very surprised by Himachal Pradesh, 67%. Remember, there is a Congress government in Himachal Pradesh. So there is so much of change. I think this is one reason Congress needs to ponder over. Very quickly on Punjab, I think the findings may disappoint Aam Aadmi Party, but it shows Congress in a very good light. If Congress can get 7 Lok Sabha seats, it will be a very big achievement. But overall, very dismal picture for Congress and India Alliance, and thumbs up for the BJP as far as this survey is concerned.
Right. Let me go across to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson of the program, Nevan Sharma. Nevan, let me ask you, how do you expect the Aam Aadmi Party to perform in Delhi, in Haryana, in Punjab for that matter, especially in Punjab? How do you think the India Alliance will perform versus the NDA?
Yeah, good evening to all your viewers. And as far as Punjab is concerned, see, I was just watching your numbers in Punjab. And whosoever would be watching these numbers in Punjab would be rather smiling on this, where NDA is getting 3 seats and Aam Aadmi Party is getting 1 seat. If you go in villages of Punjab, you're going to see posters, banners stating that people from BJP, people from Akali Dal are not allowed to enter inside the village. And this is not just 1, 2, thousands of small villages, they have these banners. And I don't know, with due respect, whosoever has done this survey, I totally disagree with this. And Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab is a government that's totally running for the people. We have been doing things that have never been done in the past. 90% of the people in Punjab are getting free electricity, 42,000 government jobs just in 1.5 years. So the work that we are doing, it's totally a people's government, and we are sure that we are going to get 13 out of 13 seats, 0 seats for the BJP. And as far as Delhi is concerned, in Delhi we are fighting with the Congress and we have an alliance, and BJP has already replaced most of the member of parliament. That shows that they are also not even confident in Delhi. In Delhi people are with Arvind Kejriwal. Delhi people are with Arvind Kejriwal model of governance. They know who are honest people, who are the people who are going to sit there and fight for them, who are the people who are going to support the policies of the government and not restrict and not create problems and hindrances in every policy of the government. People are going to give 0 seats to BJP in Delhi. People are going to give 0 seats in Punjab. That's the reality.
Okay, let me now go across to Tuhin Sinha of the BJP. Tuhin Sinha, on one hand, our survey, and if we can show the numbers for the satisfaction with the economic performance of the government and what people expect in terms of economic performance in future, how many are sure that they will see a good economic future? Clearly, the advantage right now, as per our survey numbers, which you will see on your screens in just a bit, give BJP and the NDA alliance an edge. Having said that, they have made key changes. Just look at the list that has been announced today by the BJP. They have fielded Manohar Lal Khattar from Karnal. If you look at Delhi, for example, out of 7 seats, they have only retained Manoj Tiwari. 6 of the Lok Sabha faces in Delhi have been changed. Tuhin Sinha, what does this say about the strategy of the BJP? On one hand, yes, the survey shows there is high level of satisfaction with the Prime Minister. People are going to be voting for the BJP because of the PM face, regardless of the candidate. But at the same time, why is the party feeling the need to change some of these key players?
Good evening, Parikshit. Good evening, everybody. The only reason we changed some of the MPs is because we have a massive bench strength. Today, BJP is the largest party in the world with over 20 crore members. And yes, you know, the only time you change members of parliament is one, when there is an accountability and performance attached to every seat, and two, there is a massive bench strength. Why should any political party or any journalist have a problem with us giving a chance to new faces? We believe that winnability is extremely important in politics. And, you know, if we don't make these changes, we would end up being the Congress way, which is never going to happen. So I think the difference between the two parties is very clear. We are futuristic. We have a plan in place for the next 2 decades, both for the country and for the party. The Congress and other, you know, opposition parties don't have a plan for the next 20 years.
Okay, let me go across to Mahima of the Congress party. Ms. Mahima, let me ask you about the survey in terms of the most trustworthy leaders. 58% of the respondents, as per our survey, have said it is Narendra Modi, 20% for Rahul Gandhi, 11% for Arvind Kejriwal, and 11% for Mamata Banerjee. Now, AAP, Congress and TMC are all part of the India alliance. Having said that, how are you going to beat the NDA on popularity? How is the Congress going to make sure that the seat-sharing arrangements gets absolutely right? Because there has been some feedback coming in that the Congress has been slow to take off, whereas the BJP and the NDA's preparation has been at a much higher level over the last several months.
Parikshit, if you could just reiterate the question, because there was some connectivity issue. I lost your voice in between.
All right, I'd like to speak about the popularity numbers over here. In terms of the most trustworthy leaders, we're putting those numbers on our screens as well shortly. 58% of the respondents, Ms. Mahima, have said it is Narendra Modi who's the most trustworthy. 20% said Rahul Gandhi, 11% for Arvind Kejriwal, 11% for Mamata Banerjee. Now, when it becomes a popularity contest, when people are voting for the BJP because of the Prime Minister's performance and the work done by the government over the last 5 years, they are expressing confidence in the work of the government. How will the Congress and the India alliance capture the imagination of the voter?
Uh, I would say that looking at your sample size, I think the people who have been asked these questions, number one, this is not even one, that doesn't constitute even 0.1% of the total population of this country. And I think the questions should have been asked of the Protestants in Ladakh sitting on a fast unto death in Ladakh with Sonam Wangchuk. They should have been asked of the farmers that are being subject to tortures at behest of the government in Haryana, Punjab border, in Haryana, Punjab borders. They're sitting there on UP borders for almost a month now. They should have also been asked of the women who are getting raped daily. They should have also been asked of the youngsters, the youth that are unemployed today and in massive numbers. But I'm very sure that the few lakhs, or probably the number that I have is around 1,08,000 that you have, surveyed across, I'm very sure do not represent those who are at a very poor position at behest of this government, the current government, which is ignorant of the needs of the day of this population. And in fact, 59%. Merely 59%, I would say, in spite of all the impeccable support system that this government and Mr. Modi has, is also appalling, because you see, Rahul Gandhi ji stands at 21% when he's the only voice talking about social justice in this country. And we do not have the means to advertise our endorsements, our promises to the country as the Modi government has. So I would certainly say that these surveys, these numbers reflect of the impeccable support system that the Modi government has, and yet they are not sufficient, and yet one should look at the ground realities of the country. I'm very sure that these people who have been questioned are also not aware of the rising prices. LPG prices, Mr. Luthra, have gone up by 120%. The petrol prices have gone up by 37%, the diesel prices by 64%, milk prices by 71%, mustard oil prices by 59%, and flour prices by also 59%. I'm very sure that these people who have voted in these surveys are not aware of these prices. They are not aware that the indirect tax collection today, 64% of the indirect tax collection comes from 50% of the poorest of this country, whereas the 10% richest actually contribute to very less. So you see, these numbers to me appear very skewed, and there's an imbalance of proportion.
All right, Mahima Singh, that is your viewpoint. Let's see how things work on the ground in the days to come. Let me go across to Pankaj Sharma, someone who has also worked very closely with Kamal Nath in the past. Mr. Pankaj Sharma, if we look at the survey in terms of satisfaction with the Madhya Pradesh government's performance, if we can have those statistics on our screen, 62% people say that they are very satisfied, 15% say they are somewhat satisfied, neither satisfied nor dissatisfied would be about 13%, 67% are very satisfied with the Chief Minister's performance, 18% somewhat satisfied. How do you see these numbers coming out? What do you think will be the big challenge for the India Alliance, for the NDA in the state of Madhya Pradesh?
See, it is your opinion poll, so commenting on the outcome of this opinion poll is not appropriate for me. But let me tell you, to me, the outcome seems hugely unrealistic. The ground situation is different. Madhya Pradesh ground situation is also very different. It's a different matter that recently BJP won the elections there, but farmers are so dissatisfied, youth is so dissatisfied, everyone is, agitating. So how can you give these this sort of outcome that these many percentage of people are satisfied with Madhya Pradesh government? I don't think this is the situation. Also, for Himachal, Punjab and Delhi, you are saying sweeping, Delhi BJP sweeping with 7 seats. Himachal, they are getting all those 4 seats. And in Punjab also, ground situation is BJP is number 4. Last time it won 2 seats It may not win these 2 seats this time also. 267 candidates have been announced by BJP till now. And it is so clear from both the lists that how helpless BJP leadership is. It seems so tremendously under pressure that the party could not refuse the tickets to those whom it didn't want to make the candidate and had to accommodate many to whom it didn't want to give the ticket. So the internal situation is so volatile within BJP that after releasing the first list of 195 candidates in one go, BJP took 11 days to announce the second list, that too with the names of only 72 candidates. The announcement of second list took this much longer time, essentially because keeping out Nitin Gadkari's name in the first list became a very serious point of conflict between RSS and BJP top leadership, as party leadership was of the view to shift Gadkari from Nagpur, and he was adamant that he won't move.
All right.
So
Mr. Pankaj Sharma, let me also get in a word from Tuhin Sharma. Okay, Tuhin Sharma, respond to that. The word coming in from Pankaj Sharma and also Mahima Singh is that all is not well in the NDA. Look at what's happened in Madhya Pradesh. They've changed key faces. In Haryana, they've changed key faces. In Delhi, they've changed key faces. And I'd also like to ask you about certain findings of our survey. On one hand, yes, we get the view that 67% people feel that their economic condition is better than it was 5 years ago. 68% people feel they're optimistic about their future. But at the same time, 56% people feel jobs is the #1 issue for voters. 47% feel it's inflation. 46% feel it's law and order. So on one hand, while people may be happy with the performance of the government, they want continuity, but they do feel that when it comes to jobs, inflation, law and order, a lot more needs to be done. Is that probably the reason that some of these big changes have happened across the state?
Well, Parikshit, first of all, you need to be better informed with the names of your representatives, because I'm Sinha, not Sharma. Of course, it doesn't make any difference for me, but those who believe in caste politics and are trying to divide the country on caste lines may have taken offense if you use the wrong surname on somebody. But anyway, when it comes to inflation, see, this Congress party is extremely ignorant, but then it tries to paint a picture as though the people of this country are ignorant. Retail inflation, as on current date, stands at around 5.1%. If you look at the employment data, if you go by a substantial, very comprehensive SBI report, the unemployment rate is at its lowest at 3.1%. So I don't think, this Congress party really does so much research. The infrastructure creation is of an unprecedented level with 11 lakh crore worth of capex, which is, allotted for this financial year. It simply cannot be jobless growth. But yes, the nature of jobs are changing. Gig economy has emerged in a big way. And that is why, the data is often not up to the mark. But the fact is, in terms of infrastructure creation, in terms of bringing 25 crore people out of the poverty line, in terms of reducing poverty in the country to, something in the vicinity of 3%, this government has done a remarkable job. And I think that is what will ensure that not only in Madhya Pradesh, but across the country. Maybe Punjab may be slightly different as you showed. But again, I don't believe that BJP will win 3 seats, at least double that number. But across the country, including in areas like Tamil Nadu, the BJP is going to surprise you.
All right. So you're saying you're expecting surprises in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala as well. Let me go back to Navyan Sharma of the Aam Aadmi Party. Navyan, I'd like to ask you about the India Alliance's strategy going forward. As a party member, are you satisfied with the way the India Alliance is functioning? What is the word? What is the campaign pitch that you would like to take to the voter in order to counter the BJP on its economic performance, on the schemes that they have announced? Over the last 3 to 4 months, we've heard projects worth 10 lakh crores being announced, almost 10,000 crore of airport projects. Every day, something or the other is being announced. So how will the Aam Aadmi Party and India Alliance counter this?
See, as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, we are a very responsible and dedicated member of the India Alliance. We are on the ground and we are working on the ground. Whatever seats we have got, we are giving 100% on the ground. We have reached the villages. We have formed village committees. We have formed circle in charges, and we are getting into campaign mode. And as you just said that there have been a lot of announcements. Yes, I agree with that there have been a lot of announcements, that they've just been announcements. The reality is far away from the announcements that they make. If you talk about Punjab, they are saying that BJP is going to win 6 to 7 seats, but the reality is that Punjab is an agriculture dominated state. Farmers want to come to Delhi to register their protest against the promises that were done by the Prime Minister himself, but they have stopped them with a concrete blocks and wires, and they're throwing they're pushing farmers back with um, bullets, and they're just trying to stop them. They treat them so badly. One farmer has lost his life. This is the condition. This is how they've been treating farmers. They have imposed NSA on the farmer. First time in the history of India, the NSA has been imposed on a farmer. And they are telling farmers that don't go in protest, or we'll seal your property, we'll seal your bank accounts. This is how they have been treating the farmers. How do they even expect to get even 1% vote from an agriculture dominated state like Punjab and Haryana, where they are treating farmers like this? If you talk about Haryana, they have been treating farmers so
Also,
badly. They have been treating with
Navyan, we're also putting on our screens survey numbers. 47% people in our survey saying they're very satisfied with the Punjab government's performance. 33% saying somewhat satisfied. 14% saying neither satisfied nor dissatisfied. And with that question, I'd also like to go back to the Congress spokesperson, Mahima Singh. Mahima Singh, do you think that the farmers' protests and issues faced by farmers, that is something that will give the Congress an edge in a state like Punjab? According to our survey, we are seeing 7 seats for the Congress in Punjab, 1 for the Aam Aadmi Party. What about Haryana as well? Do you feel that you will make strong gains there?
I think that Congress party is headed to a major gain, Mr. Luthra, because when our revered leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, walks on the roads that the taxpayers of this country walk on and their children walk on, striving through their lives every day, day in, day out. It is him who promises the people of this country that we will legislate for MSP ki guarantee. It is him who says that we will legislate for Pehli Naukri Pakki, just like we did right to food security, we did right to information, right to education. It is the Congress who guaranteed that, legislated to guarantee those rights. And it is us who, just like NDA and other legislations, will bring these legislations. Just today, we have also established our guarantees for Nari Nyaya, for women. You know, 1 woman out of every poor family should be given 1 lakh, a guarantee of 1 lakh every year. So these are the schemes, these are the issues we are talking about. It is the Congress party and Mr. Rahul Gandhi who have brought the unemployment issue back to the political electoral discourse, because the BJP had totally polarized this election as they have been doing before. They are best at headline management, fervent publicity. In spite of all of that, the survey, in spite of the limited size, as I have indicated before, which is just under 0.1% of the total population, it still reflects the inefficiency of the current government, I would say, because you will find out that more number of people that are voting for the popularity of Mr. Modi are ignorant of the schemes that this government has actually given. So if you look at those proportions, you see how these surveys play out actually out of proportion. They blow out of proportion certain issues and certain facts. Or certain imagery, I would say. These are skewed projections.
Mahima Singh, we'll have to take a break at this point. I'll request Tuhin Sinha, Mahima Singh, Pankaj Sharma, Navyan Sharma to stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We will be getting you Uttar Pradesh numbers when we are back after a break.